Okay. Okay, that looks pretty good. And now we have to make sure we get that straw done before he gets to us. So let's get to work. As soon as we get a chance, we will upgrade this wagon. What we're going to do is we're going to keep this wagon. I think when we're picking up small amounts for the animals, we'll use it. But we're going to get a, as big a wagon as we can buy. Right now we don't have the money for it. And it's not priority because we're going to plant canola next couple of plantings. And we won't have any straw to pick. Hopefully by then we will have the New Holland combine that I want to get. And that you can have it where it just dissolves the straw, shreds it, and spreads it out for fertilizer. And if we don't need straw, we will do that. So we won't have to worry about doing this. But there's our combine right there. That's what we inherited. It was already here. So this tractor that we're working right now, that was already here. So as we go along, we will continue to upgrade to make, this is a big ranch. You have to have big equipment, and it's got to be very efficient, otherwise it slows you down and that costs you money. Okay, and we're going to finish this row here off. And then we got about, I don't know, 6 rows to go. Good. Looking good. I know. At some point, instead of picking it loose, we will bale the straw. We'll need it for, I can't believe I'm missing those spots. We will need it for mixture for the cattle. If you want to get 100% milk, you have to mix it. There's a certain ratio you have to keep, and you use straw bales for that. Silage and straw bales, and grass bales, straw bales, and silage. So at some point we're going to bale a lot of our straw, or most of our straw. And we're going to have to seed in some, once we get big on the cattle, we're going to have to seed in some of our land for grass, for hay. Okay, we're just about full. A little bit more, and okay, we caught that end good. We're just about done here. And thank God, because Buster will he will catch up to us if we don't get this straw in. And as you can see, we're not gaining a lot of money because it's paying for the fertilizer and it's paying for our help, so. and you can pick the straw in second gear, so that's pretty well what we use. If you try going any faster than that, then it won't. It'll start skipping patches because it's too fast. So same with the plant right now. He's planting in second gear. On these wide rows, if you can see, sure you'll have to go up the middle, or it's pretty easy to leave some patches. And if you look, some of the rows are wider than others, you know. I'm not sure why, but hey. No problem, as long as you keep it in the middle, it works out pretty good. Catch these little pieces. If I was doing a better job, I wouldn't have to do this, but hey. I actually enjoy the work. It's kind of relaxing. You just kind of sit back, and so you guys just say, sit back and enjoy. You can be doing something else, and I mean, I just love the graphics and how nice it's looking with the trees and the new buildings and stuff. I mean, if nothing else, it added some nice color. Don't worry about it. Next time we have to do straw, we will either have a baler or a bigger wagon. And probably a newer tractor, so a little bit more speed and a lot more room. Don't have to take as many loads, so it'll go a lot quicker. And that's what you need on these big fields. Even though in this map, this is the smallest field in the map. The one on the right here is the one we'll probably buy next. It should be around 102,000. That Buster's getting a little closer. He's moving right along. Oh, okay. Yep, look at that. So we got left with a lot of old equipment, but we're upgrading. Bought a new piece of land. Anyways, I bought it from my uncle, and he had a gambling problem, and through the years, he sold off all the land. So when we bought the ranch, all we had is about 100 acres. Now, originally, this ranch was a couple thousand acres. It was one of the biggest ranches in the area. So that's what we're going to do. Not only we want to remodel and put up trees and improve the map, we're going to buy up equivalent about a couple thousand acres or more and bring it back to its glory days. Like I said, he could have done very well, but his gambling problem pretty well consumed his life, and there went the ranch, and he needed money, so he kept selling off land. So we pretty well used up all the money we had to buy it, so we've been borrowing to do the remodeling, to buy new equipment. But every time we get a crop in, we'll be able to pay off some of that money we borrowed and expand the ranch and get better equipment. Eventually on this map, you're not going to believe it, eventually on this map, our biggest crop will be, our biggest crop will be corn, probably. We can use it for biofuel and for feed. So it's got a lot of uses. Corn is probably, yeah, I probably consider probably the most important crop they grow out here. Even though here in Texas, a lot of the areas that it has beautiful land like this, they're growing tomatoes and strawberries and string beans, and so they're growing produce a lot. Number one, it's needed, and number two is produce makes you more money. It's more work, but it makes you more money, and it's needed. I mean, the country's got to feed itself, and these are the guys that do it. I don't know. They didn't used to look at it. I mean, years ago, 90% of the people farmed, you know? And then I got to the point where nobody really thought the farmer was much use and nobody wanted to farm. Now, I think the value of the farmer, because there's such big operations now, if you're in the business, it's a great business to be in. These guys out here in Texas, I knew a couple that went down to middle Florida from western New York because they could do a couple crops and they could do better crops, and they were tired of the cold weather and the snow. They wanted the nice weather, and they just absolutely loved it down there, and they absolutely got super rich. They made a nice living with the crops, but the land